I knew there would be somebody crappy. You were the one who had to show up and say that. I knew somebody would. Well, hold up. Don't say that, Mr. Drysdale. Second band is a great spot to short off of in a balanced market. You win the prize. Someone just bought 570 contracts at 702. Yeah, Michael, it is. If there's like some big impulse move that immediately gets rejected, that can happen. But catching that and doing that regularly or consistency would be extremely impressive. You would have to have the execution skills of like a cat, just reflex, because it's going to be a fast impulse move and rejection to get to the second deviation band and then fade from there. And it's going to be ripping when you do it. And you have to pretty much, So while in theory, yes, to catch those consistently and regularly would be super impressive. That's because I have no setups, Dave. I got one good trade and now I have nothing left to do. So I have to entertain us somehow because there's nothing to do here. Just goes straight up. It's crazy. I mean, I'm happy that this is happening because I have positions in my swing account and my options. This is excellent. I love this. But it doesn't make for great day trading. This is exactly what I wanted. I sold a bunch of puts. So this massive move up is immediately, I'm going to be able to close all my puts for a big profit. Probably even in the end of the session here before the announcement, the earnings. You guys have no problem roasting me. So, I'm allowed to roast you guys a little bit too. Nobody minds roasting me. Nobody feels bad. I haven't seen a day like this in a while. Back up to all-time highs we go. For our all-time highs anyway. Got to go up to 69. There weren't a whole lot of short setups. I think we might get back down to, I don't know, 85. That'd be nice. I'll take a short here at 700. Risk above 710. See if we can get back down to 87, 85. So this is a key LVN from Monday. Big LVN. And the highs from Monday, Tuesday. So the value area kind of goes up to 703. So we'll see. I have predefined risk. It's all right. I'm allowed to take a trade. It's a advanced playbook, higher time frame. We got a little weakness finally stepping in, but we'll see. Risk is defined. Exactly, Corey. That's what I said. Michael, there's a key low volume node from both Monday and Thursday and the high of Tuesday. All right, so there's a big low volume area right here. Right here. Might not happen immediately, but we'll give it a little time. So I take profits at 87.25. It should, Janice. The 20,000 historical bars should be good. So this is what I'm thinking here. 700. Be right back.
In 5 minutes' time, we have the weekly EIA crude oil inventories. Forecast a draw of 1.7 million, price fill 6.413 million, with a range that will go at 4.811 million, with a draw of 4.920 million. Let's require a draw of 0.316 million. Instead, it's forecast a draw of 1.144 million.
All right, that's oil inventories coming up in 5 minutes. All right, let's see what we got here, guys.
Draw of 0.945 million.
It's a brand new XFA. Ooh, yeah. I think they'll keep buying it up. But if we might get a good move down finally, sooner or later. Freak out all the longs. Ooh, big buyers here. Somebody just sold 295. 281. It's 96. Here come the sellers. Here come the panic sellers. Let's go. Come on. Keep panicking. Bring this thing down to Chinatown here, please. Trying to decide if I want to go to break even yet.
Assets has been lost control over inflation. Says, I would say
There's a lot of liquidity down here at 94 below. Pretty much this whole area here down to 90. So let's see if they sell into it. Between 95 and 90, lots of resting liquidity on the bid. So 95 and below is going to be key. Start selling into this. Well, they start removing it as soon as we approach it. You can see the liquidity there.
1 minute remaining. EIA.
It's acting as support, right? That doesn't mean they're not going to tap into it. We'll see. I go to break even here. All right, I'm out. Watch it now. It works.
Draw of 3.426 million. A draw of 3.426 million. Higher than expected draw of 1.7 million. Cushing's draw 6. Draw 0.
We have an IB.
Draw 0.698 million. Gasoline inventories build of 2.327 million. Build of 2.327 million. Higher than expected build of 0.5 million. Distillate a build of 1.171 million. Build of 1.71 million. Higher than expected build.
All right, I'm back in.
We have the US EIA weekly petroleum status report for those interested. Assets of fiscal irresponsibility returns, inflation risk allowance. Asset says, given the progress on debt, rebates can be on the table. Oil futures pair some losses after EIA reports larger than expected draw from US crude inventories.
Got to be patient. Let the trades work. We're trading back outside of monthly lower band. We kind of rejected from outside of it. Higher time frame level. You know, maybe we get back to weekly VWAP. I think that's a reasonable assumption. What's weekly VWAP at? It's at 70. It's at 80. Right. So that's right around here. I don't think that's crazy. Now that things have calmed down a little bit. Let the trade work. We can get, they're already pulling the bid a little bit at 90. So that's interesting. There was a ton of liquidity down there. It's all gone. Right? All this liquidity is now gone. They pulled it. Get out of the way. You know, I'm going to play with it for a little bit, Corey, before I make any conclusions. I mean, today it's been really helpful. I caught a lot of good trades using it. Iceberg stepped in right there at 93 and a quarter. So when you see the line staying, that means only a part of the iceberg was filled. And now they just canceled it. Yeah, so far. And it said, "Good morning, Chris. I just passed my first combine using the VWAP Wave System. I tried many methods before, but I never passed a combine before. Thank you for your teachings." You're very welcome, Manhood. Glad that that could work out for you. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens at 90. That's the key level that needs to break. I'm short 2 minis. This new XFA. See if I can make it a nice day. This new XFA. Yeah, it's a bull flag, but how big of a bull flag will it be? Nobody knows. It could go down another 30 points following a bull flag. Until then, all right, 90. Let's see what happens at 90 here. 85 is the big liquidity again. So 85, I'll get out at 86. Awesome scotch. Hope you didn't take the Google thing too personally. That was just a little joke. Don't mind my humor. All right, 90. If 90 cracks, I think we're going down to 85. And I'm going to get out at 86. Let's go. Stop run all those longs. Right into my profit target here. So today, guys, you watched me sit through 2 very long trades. Okay, we had a little bit of a shift here. I wanted to demonstrate to you guys that we can sit and we can take bigger trades and be patient. Have good risk to reward on our trades. Shut up. These are 5-minute candles. I've been in this trade for like 30 minutes. See, now everybody's going to start roasting me now. That was like a total invite. Oh man, here we go. This is the spot. This is the spot. Tempting. Just cover 1 there just in case. I'm going to cover the other one. All right, $1,000 in the XFA. There's just a ton of liquidity here. Oh, good. Dragging it over to the screen just froze my whole computer. That's great. Anyway, you can kind of see the liquidity. I think if I keep it up on one monitor, it's going to perform better. I won't have to move it. Yep, another great trade, guys. I'm going to lock this one out. So we caught the long and the short. Good job, Tim. Who else took that trade with us? Not that we're a signal service, but you had plenty of time to get involved in that trade. RJ Anderson. I'll put a link here for you for the book. Well, that seemed like an excellent place to take profit. Look at that, guys. It went right to 86 and a quarter. Or 86 and a half. My profit target was at 86. So I made the executive decision to close it a couple of ticks higher because of all that liquidity, and it bounced quite a bit. 20 ticks from there. Nice, Bill. Good job. There's my 86. Nice, Das. Yep, read the book. Oh, we got weekly VWAP here at 80. So I took this one short from 70. What was I? I was at 67 was my next one. Wasn't as good as my first one, but took that to 80, about 66. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this was about a 1-to-1 risk to reward. This one was a little better. This was what? 1.5 risk to reward. This was, yeah, 1-to-1. This is 1.5. We're fading. We're still fading. Let's see what the book map says. Let's see what the almighty book map says here. Because we're still fading. All right, Delta is still fading here. We're on the downswing. We do have the value area low. I mean, it's a good setup on NQ. We already broke into the bands on ES. Not so much. It's chewing through this liquidity on Bookmap. Bouncing a little bit here. 82 on ES. Yep, there is. There is a massive wall. It chewed through it quite a bit though. Chewed through about half of it just there. This liquidity is about gone on ES now. Lower. Imagine it gives up this whole move. Totally possible. Crazy.
In a CNBC interview,
I mean, we just need the market to move. We have setups. We didn't have, the setups weren't great today. We had a sub VWAP trap at the open. That was like a nice trade. There was no real great setup. Most shorts would have failed until we got up to this much higher time frame, low liquidity area here in the 710s, which we spotted. We got short. And we rode this train down about here. A little bit of an iceberg here. Some buyers. IB here. IB mid. VWAP below it, 68. The delta's crazy looking. 20,000 contracts up, 10,000 down. Oh, that sucks, JP. Gold just dropped its pants. So I'm getting a lot of bookmap questions. I just want to be clear. I have a lot of experience in bookmap. I've used it extensively in the past. I haven't used it as of late. Kind of gotten an itch to bring it back for any other reason, just because I think it's really cool and fun to look at the levels and the liquidity and draw conclusions from it. So I've been using it again. I'm not making a recommendation to use it. I'm not saying anybody needs it. And I don't even know if I'm going to use it for a long time. I'm just using it for now. We'll see how it goes. I don't use it on NQ. I only use it when I trade ES. NQ, I don't find it that helpful at all. ES, you can glean some really good insights out of it due to the thickness of the order flow on ES. All right, VWAP Bounce. Here we go. Right through it. They going to defend this or what? Oh, 236 sweep, order book sweep right there. Someone just bought 230 contracts. Could have been a short cover. Nice, Tony. Good job. Well, we had some killer trades on stream today. These were my trades. This one for almost 20 points on ES. This one for 11 points with 2 minis. Well, this thing is so crazy. Mustafa's going to be like, see, I told you, huge pullback. I'm going to be like, listen, Mustafa. I didn't say there wasn't going to be a big pullback. We just can't assume that's what's going to happen. Anything. We could have gone sideways the rest of the day just as easily. Well, that was probably a massive short squeeze. Um,
The Dow turns negative, last down 0.2%. Korea put out the Saudi investment fund live stream on the feed for those interested. Just informed us and NVIDIA CEO Wang issued to speak momentarily.
Hey, good for you, JP. Glad to hear it. Okay, first sign of buyers. Let's see if it's just a blip on the radar. But this is quite literally the first sign of buyers, that whole last, gosh, I don't know, half hour. Now we go back up to the highs again from here. Yeah, so far that VWAP bounce on NQ is playing off to the tick. So let's say you bought it, we do have a little bit of a distribution here. But if you buy here, you can try and get back up to something like that. It could even be more aggressive. VWAP bounce, baby. I wouldn't say this is a flattish VWAP. I'd say this is an upsloping VWAP. Just there was a huge pullback, so it makes it look like it's leveling out a little bit. But the overall context is up. I mean, it's a textbook VWAP bounce. You're welcome, Logger. You're very, very welcome. Somebody just bought 125 contracts here at 68. Right at VWAP. Doesn't help that everything else is below VWAP, but tech has been stronger. We'll see what happens. So we had some great trades, guys, for everybody who was on the stream. For those, I don't really use footprint charts, guys. It's just I have enough data I need to crunch just using what I use. That like the idea of using. I mean, I understand footprint charts. I've learned to read them. I understand all the concepts behind them, but that's just one more thing I don't want to have to deal with. I already deal with a lot of information. So I had to cut some places. So I have alerts set up, trade alerts, Jay here on Bookmap that let me know whenever there's a buyer or seller above 100 contracts. A lot of liquidity down at 660. Oh, and it got pulled right before it got hit. So stupid. Some absorption here. We could look for another long in this area sooner or later, I think. On ES anyway. I think we might start to balance out. My guess is that we'll balance in this range. I guess we could all go all the way back down to the lows. I guess that's possible, but it's a lot of liquidity down here. So 650, 55. Maybe we back test this long at 60, 56. Nice. It's like 3 points right there. Beautiful. Excellent. Nice little pop. So it's stuff like that where Bookmap really helps out, right? I can see a ton of off bids right there. So that got bought up pretty hard, and you can kind of see it happening. So you can see all this liquidity jumping in right here, trying to buy this part of the move. They absorbed a lot of it. You can see, massive stop out, 350 stops there, 123 absorption on the bid, right? And then we kind of rallied out of there. Yes, I'm back on Bookmap. Just for my own personal usage. The last thing I want anybody thinking is that I'm using Bookmap, because I'm not even going to affiliate on Bookmap, just to prove to you guys that I have zero interest in having you guys buy this. If you want it, awesome. But I'm going to be using it for a little bit. Danny, that's it. JJ trading ES, it certainly has been helping. Yes. I caught some really good levels today using Bookmap on ES. I've never found it all that helpful on NQ, but yeah, I know you used it, Tony. A couple of sweeps, 100 contract sweeps right here and here. Aggressive. Liquidity is still sticking in here between 52 and 55. I don't know. I just find NQ a lot thinner, and it's a lot harder to see or prepare for the levels and the moves from what I've seen on Bookmap. Are you saying they're similar in what regard? On Bookmap, they're similar. I would argue that they're extremely different on Bookmap. Tony, what say you? Yeah, similar moves, but it's easier to read the order flow on ES than it is on NQ because it's so much thicker. I guess is my point. So while they trade in a correlated fashion, yes, you can glean insights from the order flow on ES a lot easier than you can on NQ. We caught it nice, JJ. This is my trade here. I caught 20 points on, so 80 ticks on ES with one mini, $1,000 trade. And then I caught this short, two mini on ES for 10 points for $1,000 gain. Two really good trades. This one was on a combine. This one was on XFA. I still think this level's interesting.
CEO Juan says we're working with Saudi Arabia to build supercomputers.
Long again, 85.5. 50, 58.5. Stop down at 54 3/4. Not quite stopped out yet. Stopped out. Back in at 55.5. Working. A little bit. Come on. Come on, little guy. Here we go. 2 points. Just scalped 2 points there. Nothing crazy. I'm out. 55 to 58. No, 56 to 58. Nice, Tony. Excellent work. Yeah, you don't want to blow it right before the holidays, you know? Going into the holidays, you want to be making money. We're already going to be spending money on all types of shit. So, oh, here's Mustafa. What did I tell you guys? Wait for it. Wait for it. Everybody, hold on. You're welcome, Tony. Thank you, sir. Why is that, Mustafa? I shorted it. I didn't think we were going to get this big of a pullback, but you might have been right. Cleared out all that long inventory. How many contracts does one need to make 8 million, 10 million? Oh, it was a good day. It was a good day. Well, what do we got? Tomorrow we got group coaching at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got the Asia stream tomorrow night at 7. If you guys haven't heard, I'm speaking at a conference in Tampa, Florida in May with a huge keynote speaker, the godfather of VWAP. And I'm speaking, I got my own dedicated speaking spot right with him. So very exciting stuff. I'm actually one of the few people there that have a dedicated speaking spot. A lot of them are just being thrown on panels where there'll be like 3 or 4 doing a panel of questions and stuff. I have my own dedicated presentation. He said 30 to 45 minutes. So that'll be really cool. Talking about VWAP Wave. Yeah, I think it's going to be recorded. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there will probably be a recording of it. I think they're going to be recording it. If not, at very least, I'll get my presentation recorded and Brian's, hopefully. I'll bring in some camera equipment for that. Tim, that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. Well, let's do a trader check-in. We haven't really done one today yet. We focused on getting some really good trades. It's 11:20 a.m. How did we trade today? Green, red. We follow the rules, didn't follow the rules. Wheels fell off the bus. Didn't manage risk managed well. Nice, Tim. Don't blow it. Some of the worst trades come when you only have $20 to go. Sometimes I might just even shut it down and not worry about the $20. Yeah, that VWAP bounce kind of sucked. Small red's okay. Nice, Tony. That's an excellent day. Okay, Sonny, we'll talk about your what's going on. I'll take a look at your trades. Can't wait for my new monitor to come today. Looks like we might get a little bit of an upswing here.
AFD, Cisco launched JV with Saudi Arabia-backed Humane to build data centers totaling 100 megawatts.
Long at 60 and a quarter. Oh, well, that shot in my direction. That was nice.
Joint venture's first customer, a generative AI video startup, Loser AI.
You know, I would have to get another monitor for that, LJ Biz. I'm running out of, I don't know where to do that. I would need another monitor. I know Chuck has one. Chuck did it, and so did Andy. So Zombie Trader and Q Pivot Boss both have it. They copied my idea. I have a monitor arm. I just bought one. I got a monitor arm and I got a new monitor, but I want to run Bookmap on it. So I'm going to need another monitor. I don't know if my laptop can handle more than 2. And also trading t-shirts, Mustafa. This is what I tell my wife. I say I'm the easiest person in the world to shop for. I have like a couple of hobbies that I love. I love trading. I love CrossFit. Weightlifting. There's like shit you could buy me for all those things. Super easy. Yet she's convinced I'm very difficult to shop for. I might have been the back test short. Down we go.
According to Axios, firms to meet with a White House official on AI exports. So furthermore, Axios, firms are to meet with a White House official on Thursday.
Yeah, everybody who was looking for the continuation long got smoked because it pretty much didn't bounce at all. Not a good. I mean, you got some little bounces on NQ on upper band. You had to scalp it, guys. You had to scalp it. So let's look at the NQ. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. All right. So on NQ at the touch, it played off to the touch. You got 15 points. VWAP didn't quite get there. Pretty darn close. 30 points. That's the best you got in terms of bounces for setups on the way on longs. No back test on the return to value short. Couple of good VWAP scalp opportunities. No, my wife's not secretly a part of the community. Actually, I think she is in the Discord. She never uses it though. She asked me if she could be in the inner circle. I said no. Logger says why not? Because she literally has no interest in trading. Logger, zero. She was just joking. Can I be in the inner circle? If I talk about anything trading related, Logger, her eyes glaze over and tears of boredom start weeping out the side of her eyes. Oh, she sees the benefits. She just has zero interest in it. Well, I'm very lucky. I married a very non-money motivated woman. She does well herself, but she could take it or leave it, and I like it that way. Cats are awesome. They're watching me right now from their cat tree down the hallway. All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap up here. I'm not taking any more trades. I had a good day. We will be back at it tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Premium Discord. We'll be back at it at 10 a.m. for the delayed YouTube. If you're going to keep trading, you can head on over to the voice channels for premium members. This is an opportunity to share your screen, share your mics, collaborate with your fellow VWAP Wave System traders, spot setups, call the market together. You don't have to keep trading, or you could trade in a simulator and continue learning and practicing. You don't always have to trade a live account or a combine or a funded account. No, generally it's available right, fairly shortly afterwards. JJ, once you pass it, it should allow you to activate it shortly thereafter. Yeah, if it vanished, that means they're getting ready for the you have to go in the dashboard to activate the new XFA and pay the fee. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. If you're going to continue trading, manage your risk, stay sharp out there. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Make it a great day, and let's finish out the week strong. Good luck on NVIDIA earnings. Wish me luck. I have a bunch of puts. Hopefully it goes up. If it doesn't, that's okay. I'm prepared for it to go down so I could buy shares, and we'll see what happens. Have a wonderful day, guys.